Shri Gurubhyo Namah Hari Om. So, in this series, we'll be discussing, understanding what is Sanatana Dharma. Okay. Sanatana Dharma or Hindu Dharma. See, the reason, the need to understand this is people think Sanatana, because the word Sanatana means eternal. People understand this meaning. Nothing, Sanatana means eternal. That's all. Over. Eternal does not mean that it is going to be there if you are not going to follow it. How can something be eternal if you don't follow it? So then how is it called as eternal? It may not be in this creation, in this group of creation, but it may be in another group of creation. We don't accept one system of creation like the others do. There are multiple creations for us in the universe. So it may not be followed in this universe, it may be followed in another universe. Okay, let that be. The need for understanding is Sanatana Dharma, it is not like the other religions. The other religions are organized religions. Whereas Sanatana Dharma is not something which is organized like that. And here we have a lot of freedom. And that freedom is abused, misused by people. This is the biggest problem of Sanatana Dharma. In other systems, other schools, other philosophies, other religions, they have at least one day where they visit their their place of worship. But in Sanatana Dharma, we have given them so much of freedom, they don't even go there. This is one bigger problem. And without going there, how will you be able to understand what is right and what is wrong? The other biggest problem is people who are before my generation, meaning 65, 70 plus, they had the introduction to the new English learning methods, schools and colleges. A, attraction to that. B, they were in such a dire situation that they had to work for their food. So, they didn't have any time to understand their own religion, their own dharma. And therefore, they could not pass it on to the next generation. Biggest problem. And that's why our kids are misled, are confused regarding our own religion. You go to any kid who follows, who is in the Hindu religion. This I'm not talking about in general, I'm talking even in particular, even in Brahmins, even among Brahmins, this was the biggest problem. If it is in this situation, if this is the situation among the Brahmins, then why should we even talk about the others? They all have the same problem. Okay. Now, Sanatana Dharma. What is Sanatana Dharma? You ask these confused kids. You'll say, oh, Sanatana Dharma is that which has a lots of castes. This is the first impression they get about Sanatana Dharma. Or, what do you think about Sanatana? What do you know about Sanatana? Sanatana Dharma, Hindu Dharma has a lot of gods. Another. And even among those multiple gods, that you take any one god, that one god has different ways of worship. In South India, they worship it in one way. In North India, they worship it in one way. East and West, they worship in different ways. The same God is worshipped in different ways. There's confusion. Okay. What is Sanatana Dharma? Laden with a lot of superstitions. Okay. What is Sanatana Dharma? What is the holy book of Sanatana Dharma? Ask that question. Confusion. They don't know because the other religions have one holy book. For us, they are confused to name the holy book. I know the holy book, Bhagavad Gita. That's the problem. We'll come to that later. Okay. So they don't know what their holy book is. Okay. Sanatana Dharma. What is the holy site in Sanatana Dharma? Holy place in Sanatana Dharma? No idea. Okay. Who is the holy guru in Sanatana Dharma? No idea. Okay. Is there something which is holy, as object, thing which is accepted as holy? No idea. Or confusions. Okay. And how did this creation come into existence? What is Sanatana Dharma accepting? Because the problem is, people, even in this neo Sanatana Dharma Hindu religion, some people they present themselves to be Hindu religion, which they don't follow. They are not Hindus. Actually, the word Hindu will not fit for them. But they present themselves as Hindus, and they show the Sanatana Dharma in the light of these other religions. We have to understand Sanatana Dharma is not something organized like other religions. It cannot be brought into one light. It's a prism. It cannot be viewed through one light. It is impossible. They try to do that. Biggest problem. Okay. So, how did this creation come into existence? No idea. How to be relieved, liberated from this cycle of creation? Is there anything like that? Yes. Because what happens before the creation? There is, in other religions, there is one birth and one death. Okay. But here we don't accept that. There is the cause for this birth. Therefore, there is something which exists before the creation, before our birth. And there is something which takes place after the death. The travel or the possibility of not taking another birth. That's also possible. So there are many aspects to Sanatana Dharma which are not understood, explored. There is no clarity even that exists, even of its existence, regarding its existence. So we'll try to understand each of them in simple, small, short talks, so that we understand what Sanatana Dharma is, not through the prism of other religions. We are not going to delve into condemnation of other religions. We will try to understand our Sanatana Dharma, our Hindu Dharma. That is what is the object of this session, this series. Okay. Hari Om.